This is Sherman DeJohn. We're here with Jody Bainter, Vice President of Domestic Leisure Sales at Disney, on the brand new Disney Treasure. Really exciting, exciting day. You ready to jump in and talk about the Disney Treasure?
Let's do it.
All right, and this is Insider Travel Report. So Jody, it's been a long time in the making. How does it feel to be on board the Disney Treasure?
Oh my gosh, it feels outstanding. Anytime we sail on a new ship as a cast member, I even walk around in awe. But this ship is really special. You enter the Grand Hall and you immediately feel the sense of adventure that this treasure has as its overall essence and theme.
So how do you think the Treasure fits into kind of the rest of the fleet, and what makes the Treasure unique?
Yeah, well, you know, of course, all the ships are special. What makes the Treasure special, it's part of the Wish class, so the layout is different than our classic collection. But what we've really done is brought our, our world-class storytelling with our immersive experiences, with all things Disney, so Marvel, Pixar, Star Wars, all the things, the fan favorites that our guests love. But what makes Treasure special, we've got this nod to our theme parks, and I'll talk a little bit more about it, but the Haunted Mansion Parlor and Skipper Society Lounge are just new ways to infuse what guests love about our theme parks and what they love about ocean cruising.
Now, Disney Cruise Line growing significantly. You're planning to double your fleet by 2031.
That's right.
Why do you think the Disney Cruise offerings are resonating so much with customers?
I just think it is 3 vacations in one. It's ocean cruising, it's visiting a port of call, and it's also having that Disney experience that so many guests know and love.
So just give us a little bit of an overview of the Treasure. What are some of the different stateroom categories, and how many guests can you hold?
So the ship is, it's impressive. It holds up to about 4,000 guests. And our stateroom categories look similar to the rest of the collection of our ships, from inside staterooms all the way up to royal suites. And it's important to know, we know seeing what a suite looks like or a stateroom is important to our guests and our advisors. So the team has loaded a video of all of our staterooms onto Disney Pros on YouTube.
Great. And you mentioned some of the ports of call. What are some of the planned itineraries you have for the Disney Treasure?
So the Disney Treasure is an Eastern and Western Caribbean cruise, 7-night, and leaves out of Port Canaveral.
So what are going to be some of the ports of call that guests will visit when they're aboard the Disney Treasure?
So this ship will visit our our private island, Castaway Cay. It also will visit some San Juan, Puerto Rico. They vary depending on the sailing, and so we always say to the advisor, go in and look at the itinerary so you can see what parts of the Eastern and the Western Caribbean that the ship will visit.
And a hallmark of the Disney Cruise Line experience is that food and beverage offering. Mm-hmm. Tell us some of the highlights on board the Treasure, and do you have a personal favorite?
Well, I'm glad you asked me that question. First of all, the culinary experience on this ship, the chefs are doing an incredible job, not just visually in the presentation, but also just in flavor and creativity. My favorite is Plaza de Coco. It's the new, as you know, it's a new dining experience that's been added to the Treasure. And I will just say this, the sense of arrival when you think of storytelling in Disney, blending all these things together that we know and love about Disney. As you enter in Plaza de Coco, you will feel like you're entering into the movie with the characters that you know and love, and then the entertainment while having a really good dining experience makes for the overall evening. And
there's a number of pools for both kids and adults on some of the upper levels. Relax, do some aquatic play, some water slides, some really fun ones on top. Right. Tell us a little bit about the pools and aquatic attractions.
Yeah, so the guests can have a great experience. You know, we talk about a lot, Disney cruising is for families, so there's adult spaces, there's great spaces for the kids with a great splash pad. I heard one of the best splash pads from a kid the other day. He said, this is a great splash pad, one of the best I've ever been to.
My daughter really enjoyed it.
It sounds like it's got all the things that make a good splash pad. Water slides, the Aqua Mouse, which of course is a guest favorite. So we try to make this experience something for everybody, from little kids all the way up to the adults.
And the Treasure marks the first time you've recreated some of the Disney park attractions for a cruise audience. Tell me a little bit about that process and why do you think it'll appeal to guests?
This was a really important part of this Treasure experience, actually the Wish Class experience. So bringing things that we know our guests love from our theme parks on board our ships was a really special addition. Haunted Mansion Parlor, I feel like if you could stop the Haunted Mansion ride and step out and look at the things around you, it gives you an experience that you can't even imagine, that you or that you would never imagine could exist. And Skipper's Society Lounge, of course, is similar to that experience.
It's really immersive,
It's
the Haunted
very
Mansion Lounge with the show that goes on.
And you can sit in there all evening and, come and go and see different things and new things. A Periscope pub is also really fun. Lots of surprise and delights where you're just enjoying your evening, and you'll see things that are a nod to 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
I was going to ask you about that one. What kind of events are you going to hold there? It's kind of like more of a pub audience, nautical theme.
We really didn't build it for event space. We built it for our families and guests to enjoy. So it's a great place to get away, and also, again, highly immersive. So while you're there, you're watching and experiencing things that you probably could get nowhere else other than on a Disney ship.
Now, Treasure has a number of entertainment venues as well as some Broadway-style shows.
Yeah.
The Moana show was really stunning and really captivating. Tell us a little bit about the entertainment offerings on board.
Yeah, the Tale of Moana is unique to the Treasure, and it is spectacular. I had the chance to see it myself last night, and it is a beautiful theatrical production. All the things that you enjoy, from music to the characters, creativity, and really executed beautifully. And then just throughout the ship, we are anchored in entertainment. So all of our venues, all of our spaces are packed full of entertainment, including even our dining experiences from World of Marvel to Plaza de Coco.
And I'm sure the parents on board really enjoy making use of the kids
Yes.
clubs. Gives them an opportunity to kind of explore the ship on their own, see some
That's
venues
right.
that are more adult oriented. Tell us a little bit about the kind of areas that are reserved for some of the younger guests on board.
Yeah, what's so special about the Oceaneer Kids Club, it's a place to drop the kids off, but everything that we do, again, from our cast care to immersion, you will feel in the Oceaneer Kids Club. So it takes kids away to places like Star Wars and Marvel, things that they can't even imagine they would experience. The Small World Nursery is a place for the smaller kids to go, and you can feel in good conscience that your little ones are cared for. And don't forget the Vibe and Edge, which are teen locations. And I don't know, I kind of thought like this would be good to be a teen again, to hang out in some of these spaces. They're really built to speak to the audience that's going to go and enjoy the space.
Do you have a personal? You've had a few days to kind of explore the ship, get your sea legs as it was.
Yeah, that's right.
Do you have a personal favorite space in the ship, or maybe a more of a hidden gem on the ship?
Yeah, gosh, there's so many. Periscope Pub, which I mentioned already, is one of my favorites. Another thing about the ship, and in all of the Wish Class that I love, is the art throughout the ship. So every floor has different art, different theme, and in your staterooms, you'll see Lion King is in mine. I know some have Encanto. And it really is special. So if you have a favorite show, you might find a piece of art or a nod to that here on the ship.
And how should the travel advisor community think about positioning this ship, selling it, and kind of distinguishing it from the rest of the Disney cruise fleet?
So I hate to separate the ships of what's different about each of them, but what I do love about the Treasure is this experience, world-class storytelling, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars are all here, and world-class culinary experiences. Each ship has its own personality, and so the Wish is enchantment, the Treasure is adventure, and in November of next year, the Destiny will sail with villains. And so you can continue to expect from us creativity, world-class storytelling, and a Disney experience unlike anything else, especially on the ocean in sailing.
And do you have resources for the travel advisor community to access and gain more knowledge of the Treasure?
We do. So we're super focused on DisneyTravelAgents.com, which is where they can book business. Disney Travel Professionals, all of our social handles at Disney Travel Professionals, Instagram and Facebook. We also have Disney Travel Pros YouTube. And so we encourage advisors to go and access all our social handles. We try to push out really current, fresh content for them to be educated and to share with their guests. I'll also just add, one of our primary focuses to make sure that advisors have everything they need to be able to share both the treasure and all of our Disney collection, all of our Disney destinations with their guests. So I ask them to go check out all these spaces. And we also have our sales business development advisors across the country. Our number one focus is making sure they have what they need.
Great. Well, Jody, thank you so much for this great overview. Really excited to be on board the Treasure. Thanks so much.
Yeah, and thank you to our travel advisor community for all that you do. We're incredibly grateful, and we're so excited to share this new ship with everyone.
Great. Sherman DeJohn, and this is Insider Travel Report.